Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Midoriya Izuku. Midoriya is already lovely, and he loves spoiling you already, but he's so not obvious with it, and he usually holds back. So being hit with the love quirk, it does quite a lot to him. It helps a lot with his confidence, and his boldness and his forwardness, because he's willing to do what he wants, all in the favor of love. It's like he's in a trance, and the way he looks at you, it's quite similar to the way he usually does, but there's something to it, like he's in a haze. And that's how you notice he was hit by quirk in the first place. And you're told to care for him until it goes away after 3 days. That's usually about the time it takes. And for those 3 days, Minori is utterly clingy, affectionate, and very suffocating sometimes. You love him, but even he never knew you could be like that. Wyan, come on, let's cuddle, please. I miss you already, he'd say, even though you had only gotten up just an hour before, and you have many things to attend to. Come on, Midoriya, please. I have many things to do. I have homework. That's okay. You can just do it later, right? I'll help you with it. I miss you, he'd say, looking at you with those sad puppy eyes of his, and they always got so hard to resist. He was so cute, so adorable, and you loved him, of course, as clingy as weird as you could be during those days. But it was still a lot to get used to, and he was like a cat, demanding your every minute and every affection, like he needs it to survive. Ryan, would you sleep next to me today? But, but that's against the rules. It's okay. We'll be sneaky. Nobody needs to know. That's what he said. But you do think that a lot of people found out, and a lot of people knew, so you don't know what to say about that. In the morning, he doesn't even want to get up for class, as the two of you usually get so busy after. Come on, Ryan. I have more minutes. I just want to be in your arms some more. Izu, my love, this isn't you. You're not usually like this. But I am. I really am, he said. And you have no idea just how much that quirk had messed with his memory too. It's not like you can say anything about it. But you're quite worried about his health, and you have no idea how to deal with the new changes that you're now facing. Todoroki Shoto. Now Todoroki, he loves you a lot. But an affection quirk? Well, that's kind of different, because he does not know how to be very affectionate, especially at the start of your relationship. That's why when he's hit with one of these, it's rather weird and interesting, because you get to see a side of him that you've yet to see. And then, when he comes back from the mission that he's been assigned to go on, he hugs you from behind, kissing your cheek gently. I'm back, my dear. You're startled, for good reason, because Todoroki never does this. And then you're turning around to look up at him. Shoto? Just what are you doing? You tilt your head, confused and blushing brightly. And then he looks at you as if confused, and you can tell it's quite genuine. But why is he confused when he's the one who never did anything like this before? You had no idea. But he just looks at you. What's so weird about it? I love you. Is that meant to be weird? No, Shoto, that's not what I meant. Ah, come on, come here. You say, smiling again, because you just can't handle that look on his face. The way he looks so sad, as if you're doubting his love, and you would never do that. So, as you wrap your arms around him, you find himself going into them, just melting into your warmth. and the way your arms enclose around him, and the way that he so loves. And soon, he's resting his head on your chest and tilting his head up to press a soft kiss to your jaw. I love you, Mayan. I love you so much. I know you do. And you're always showing me, especially now. You say, slightly teasing, and he blushes, but he just keeps on holding you. He loves being near you like this, being within your arms, and feeling that safe feeling of being by your side, and knowing how loved he is, and showing you his affection, a way to tell you just how much he loves you in return. Bakugou Katsuki. Now, Katsuki would be really interesting, especially after being hit by a quirk like that. It's quite different from how he acts, entirely, because although he's quite reluctant to accept affection from you, it's an entirely different story to initiate it, and initiate it very much, and be okay with it. Usually, sometimes you will. There are very few and far between. That's not to say that they don't happen, but that's how rare they are. And for him to just come over to you all of a sudden and hug you tightly, it's quite surprising. Katsuki, is is everything alright? Did someone die? You ask him, feeling like you're extremely worried right now because something just wasn't right. But he shakes his head, holding you even closer, and then he kisses your temple. I love you. Oh my god. He just told you he loves you. A thing that you only heard from him once or twice, ever since you started dating. Let it be known that he has many ways of showing you that he loves you, but he does not say it out loud like this. So it's very strange, but also very endearing. And you couldn't help but feel like you were very loved in that moment. You love me? I love you so much. And then he kissed you again, carrying you in his arms and sitting down on the bed to cuddle with you. And now you knew you were about to be spoiled. You were quite concerned. Maybe he was pranking you. Maybe something was wrong with him. You were quite worried, really. But for now, you were going to take it. And you were certainly going to ask around if there was a quirk that could make him act weird. Because this is just not your Katsuki. But you don't mind the affection? Not at all.